Alright, buddy, welcome back to a brand new Ptcgo video, and today, guys, we're going to be looking at a Poliwrath budget deck. Now, here's some things. I changed up the layout a little bit. Now, I took out webcam, and the reason I took out webcam is, one, it makes me sit a little more farther away from my mic, so, the mic quality isn't as good, and then two, it lets me sit closer to the mic, and also it allows me to not really have to use a webcam to kind of drive my personality. I think this is fine enough. I think it's good. Also, I think it'll fix the complaining, because I can sit really nice and close. You guys won't see any reactions or anything like that. So I think the complaining will stop. Don't worry. I might bring back webcam here and there, but for now, I think we can deal without it. It's fine. But today, guys, we're gonna be looking at a Poliwrath budget deck. And I also want to say thank you for all the support on my Dragon Darkrai video. I got a lot of really nice comments from you guys, so thank you guys a lot for that. Every single one of you comment on that video that said something nice. Shout out to you. You're awesome. Hope you have an awesome day. But anyways, guys, let's look at this Poliwrath budget deck. This is probably one of the last Sun and Moon decks I'm going to do. Sun and Moon base, it's about to leave. It's about to leave until Guardians Rising drops next Friday. So we got to smack you in the face with some more Sun and Moon decks. There's other kind of Sun and Moon strategies I want to use. I still want to use Ptcgo. I still want to use Krokorok. That's something that I'm kind of looking into. I don't know if I'll make a video on it, though, to be honest, but it's something. Also, I want to try Pinsir out, too. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyways, let's look at Poliwrath. So Poliwrath is a pretty cool card. It's not bad. It's got 150 HP, which is a decent amount. For stage 2, when you already got Decidueye, Solgaleo, Lunala with 250, yeah, Poliwrath kind of sits at the kids' table, but it's still not too shabby. So it has the attack spiral, split spiral punch. For 1 water, you do 30. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Just like Spinarak, Confusion can be great. Now, we're mainly going to be looking at its last attack, Wake Up Slap. For a water and a DCE, or 3 waters, it does 80, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, it does 160 more damage, or 160 damage, not 160 more. OP that would be. But then y'all got to remove all the special conditions from that Pokemon. Now, 160 isn't a whole lot of damage, but when you combo with Split Spiral Punch, yeah, you can take knockouts because you're already hitting them for damage, and then you already, you got them confused already. So, Poliwrath is actually not too bad. And then, of course, you have the good old-fashioned Ariados to make the confusion, or not the confusion, the poison special condition work. So, basically, we're going to be using the Ariados. Now, the problem with Ariados, though, is the fact if you play against something like Decidueye or Lurantis, Poisonous Nest is useless, but for Poliwrath, it's not too bad. Now, unfortunately, the poison doesn't carry over into the next turn, so they're not going to be poisoned, and then you can't just, take a quick knockout with Ariados, because the poison does 170. That's the only downside, but I think Ariados works perfectly fine with this deck, and I made this deck a budget deck. I didn't really want to use Shaymin in this deck. I just made this completely budget-friendly, so if you can't really afford much stuff, you can probably afford to build this deck. It's actually a pretty good deck, and it can do wonders, Kappa. So Poliwrath has some good traits. Again, it's got Split Spiral Punch, which can be very good. It has Wake Up Slap and 150 HP. It's a water type, so it hits Volcanion for weakness, which is a huge one. And especially, I guess, when Turtonator comes out, Poliwrath is also going to be pretty good. Now, the thing with Poliwrath, if you want to take a knockout on Volcanion, you kind of have to have Ariados to work with that. That's why Ariados is so important. Volcanion has enough HP to survive a Wake Up Slap if they're not affected by a special condition. So Ariados just helps you do that. Confusion is just kind of unreliable when, they have a free turn to Olympia, Escape Rope, Floatstone, Retreat. So Ariados, I think, is better than going Split Spiral Punch and then Wake Up Slap. Now, we do play these Poliwags from Evolutions. There's a new Poliwag that came out in Sun and Moon. And I think I'm going to try this deck out when Guardians Rising comes out with Choice Band, but this thing could actually be a decent Volcanion killer. It's got 60 HP, so it's a very easy knockout, but it has an attack Hydro Pump, which if you have 3 waters on it, it's actually going to do 60 damage, and then with a Choice Band, you're going to do 180 damage, which knocks out Volcanion in one hit. This is going to be a hilarious strategy. I'm going to try it out just for a really fun deck. But yeah, we are going to be using this Poliwag just because, honestly, I'm too lazy to use the other one. It's Evolutions, man. Look at the artwork. It's so nice. The old school artwork looks better. Same thing with Poliwhirl. I just have this in the reverse holo, which I like. I just really like the artworks here. What else you got with Poliwhirl? You got this Poliwhirl right here, which, yeah, it has extra HP, but the artwork doesn't look as good as the Evolutions one, so there you go. So, obviously, you probably would want to run the other Poliwags, but I like the Evolutions artwork a lot more. So we got a 4-1-3 line. We do play 2-2 Octillery over Shaymin. We have Octillery. Octillery still works really nicely in Stage 2 decks, because it allows you to draw more cards to your hand, which can can obviously help you get like rare candies and whatnot. So Octillery is just an amazing card to have in this deck. Same thing, we got one Tauros. Again, with a stage 2 deck, it tends to be a little on the slower side, and Tauros could be a decent card to start with, and it would be like, alright, you attack into me, I'll just DC, knock you out with Mad Bull, or Rage you, or put pressure on with Horn Attack. So we do play one Tauros. Tauros is a very cheap card. Like, Tauros-GX is literally like 1 pack. There's like so many versions of Tauros. It's really not that expensive, guys. I have the Rainbow Rare one because it's the nicest looking Tauros. But again, you can get a normal Tauros-GX artwork for like a pack or two. So it is still considered budget friendly. And we got the 2/2 Spinarak line. Those are all of our Pokemon. You go into the items. We play 2 Die Balls. Die Ball can search out your Poliwag, your Poliwhirl, and your Poliwrath. Also, with Die Ball, you don't have to get rid of anything like Ultra Ball. 1 Escape Rope. Escape Rope is just really good in a lot of situations, especially when you want to take knockouts on Volcanions. You use Escape Rope to force your opponent to bring something up, like a Volcanion, and then you just knock them out. Against Volcanion, you usually just want to take knockouts on their Volcanions. Escape Rope can help you with that, but Escape Rope is just a good card in general to have. It can always buy you time, force your opponent to switch into something that they probably don't want to have in their active slot. 2 Level Balls. It searches out Spinarak, Ariados, Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Remoraid, and Octillery. It's just a no-brainer. 4 candies. We got 4 rare candies so that it increases the odds of getting Poliwrath in play consistently, instead of having 3 rare candies, obviously. We got 1 Super Rod in the deck. You know, you kind of need it. Get you some stuff back. 3 Ultra Balls. We already have Level Ball and Dive Ball, but Ultra Ball is still good to thin your hand down. 4 Octillery. So combos nice with Octillery, right? 4 Verse Seeker for our supporters. We got our normal lineup of 3 Ends for draw support, 4 Sickas for draw support, but we also got 2 Lysanders. Again, Lysander is really good in this deck when you need to take out Volcanion EXs on the bench, so we do play 2 of them, or just knock out something on the bench in general. We do play 1 Kukui. Sometimes, again, Poliwrath doesn't knock out a lot of stuff. Remember, it's only doing 160, so Kukui lets you do the 180, or if you even need to, if you don't have Ariados, you Kukui, and then you can hit him with Poliwrath and take a knockout on like Volcanion. So that's why Kukui is pretty important in this deck, in my opinion. We got 1 Teammates. Again, it's a slower stage 2 deck that you're gonna get stuff knocked out a lot. So Teammates is just really useful. 1 EXP share. Poliwrath does need 3 energies, which, I mean, you could easily run Max Elixir, but I tried that. It wasn't too consistent. So Experience Share is the best way so that your Poliwrath is going to keep getting energy on it. But I like having Floatstone on it too because it gives it free retreat because it has a whopping retreat cost of 3. So I think Floatstone's good, so we got 3 of them. Experience Share is really good to have on a Poliwrath though, so if one gets knocked out, you know, you can serve that water and then you can just easily do another Wake Up Slap the following turn. So 2 EXP Shares might be a little better in this deck. 4 DCEs for our energy. Again, we use Wake Up Slap for DCE and Mad Bull. And we got 7 waters. I like having a lot of water so we don't really miss a turn of using it. So yeah, this is my Poliwrath budget deck here that I built for Ptcgo. Just go up into some matches with the deck, see it in action, and yeah, we'll see how this can go, folks. See you in just a sec. Okay guys, here we go. Let's go find some matches with our Poliwrath budget deck, boys. And again, I'm going to be trying to be very more positive here. I think I can pull it off. I think the Facecam honestly helps with that, because sometimes when I have Facecam on, I'm always like going back and forth with OBS to kind of see if the Facecam is working or not. And yeah, I guess that hurt. I don't know. I just like having no Facecam. I think it's a little better. I think my personality can still hold up, but the good thing is we do win the coin flip. But yeah, I think my personality can hold up without a Facecam, to be honest with you. I might use it on special occasions, but again, without Facecam, it lets me go a lot closer to my mic, so the quality should be better. So we do start with Poliwag, which is pretty nice. So we can bench this one. My opponent starts with Electric, so can't really tell what he's running. So I think we'll Dive Ball, and I think we're definitely going to get our Remoraid down. We do have the Poliwrath for next turn, but we do have Teammates, which I don't see us playing. I'll put the DC on. You know, again, my opponent could easily do Hammer, but that's fine. I think we pass. Like, next turn, I can just get rid of whatever we top deck and the Teammates, and we'll just grab Poliwrath and put it down, and then maybe we can do and get a Water Energy, and then from there, we'll be easy breezing. So we see Professor Kukui. So, you know, it doesn't really reveal what my opponent is running. A Great Ball. Okay, now I'm suspicious that my opponent is probably just playing a deck that he built with what he had in his collection, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but I guess that's fine. He grabs a Stun Fist, though. Now, luckily, Poliwrath is weak to Grass and not Lightning. I mean, usually Water types have the weakness to Lightning. There are obviously Grass-weak Pokemon, but we're weak to Grass, which is good, so we don't have to apply weakness. But, oh, we see a Crushing Hammer. Will it get Heads? Will it get Tails? Okay, good, it got Tails. Thank God. Thank God. Crushing Hammer. Good job. Alright, so he passes. So he didn't even play an Energy down, which is good. So I think here, we definitely grab a Poliwrath. We can just dump a Teammates. That's fine. Rare Candy kind of sucks, but, you know, we got Poliwhirl, so it's all good. We're probably going to take a knockout here if we can find a Water. If we whiff Water Energy, then we won't be able to knock him out with Poliwrath. So we'll see if we can. Now, I think Electric evolves into Manectric, but I don't, is it the Primal Clash one? I think that's the only Manectric in Standard. I think it just, like, switches and does 70 for, like, 3 lightnings or something. I'm pretty sure. Okay, when we actually hit a water, we do have a decent hand. We can get a water down, we can grab Octillery, start getting some energy, start getting some flow going. And here we go, we'll grab the Octillery. Looks like, or we could grab Spinarak too, I guess. I mean, sure. Maybe I should grab the Octillery. I don't know, might regret that down the road. But we can hit him with a Wake Up Slap, knock him out. And, I guess we can grab Spinarak. Here's the thing, maybe we grab Spinarak, right? We get an Ariados down. Because we can't actually one-shot Stunfisk without using the Ariados. So I guess that might be the better play. I kind of forget, maybe not grab an Octillery, but if we're going to one-shot Stunfisk, we may as well grab Ariados so we can keep the consistency going with the one-shot. So, you know what, I'm fine with grabbing the Spinarak here. I think it was a better play. My opponent does end me, though, which is fine, you know, that wasn't the greatest hand. If, again, I'm looking for, like, Octillery, we definitely need an Ariados. So, if we can hit that, maybe get another Poliwrath down just in case. So we got the Octillery, which is good. We can put a Water Energy onto my Poliwag. Tauros, I mean, he's not great in this matchup. I don't know. But we do see him switch into the Zapdos, which is interesting, because he can't actually attack with it because he put a DCE on it. He does Belt it, which doesn't save him because Wake Up Slap does exactly enough damage to knock him out with a Belt on. So, that's fine. But yeah, I think we can take a knockout here as long as we can find Ariados. I mean, you never know, we might whiff Ariados, guys. But we can do Abyssal Hand. I mean, I could play down Tauros, I guess. But oh, we do hit the Ariados, but my opponent just concedes the game. You know, he's like, man, the Poliwrath budget deck, it's too strong for my Zapdos Stunfisk deck. But it looks like, yeah, again, it's one of the, I guess it was just like a lightning deck, you know, he built, because he saw like Ampharos, he also saw stuff like, you know, Luxray Break, which is stuff you don't really see in, you know, competitive, so that's fine. We can definitely find another match here. We do get the 225 coins, which is pretty sick. I'm definitely going to save up for Guardians Rising. You know, I bought those Triumphant bundles, but I do need to save up for the Guardian Rising packs. I'm stocking up some packs and cards, stuff to trade off, but getting some packs from the store would be amazing. I'll probably do a little pack opening. I don't see myself getting like 100 packs, but we are playing against Volcanion from the looks of it, which is great. This is a perfect matchup. I think like the worst matchup for sure is like Lurantis and Decidueye. Volcanion, I'll take any day of the week. I will take any day of the week. This is perfect. But yeah, hopefully we can pull some good cards out of Guardians Rising. It is double coin weekend this weekend, so I'm probably going to be playing a lot of Ptcgo. So yeah, and also I'm pretty sure DLC 5 for Black Ops 3 comes out. We're doing the coin flip, but yeah, DLC 5 for Black Ops 3 probably comes out May 9th. I don't know that, like I don't have leaked intel, but you know, hint hint. We're probably going to see a DLC 5, so I'll probably be on that. But that comes out literally when Guardians Rising comes out, almost. So it's like, the timing is impeccable, but that's fine. Double Poliwhirl start, or Poliwag start, sorry. But we see Vaporeon and Starmie, which kind of leads me to believe this is a Stage 1 Fire deck. But what Stage 1 deck could he be using? Quilava, Monferno? I don't know. This is weird. I don't really know what to expect here from this. Vaporeon and Volcanion is kind of weird, unless it's like a filler card or something. You know, maybe he was so desperate to make Volcanion, he just threw in some cards he had because he didn't have every card yet, but kind of weird to see Vaporeon in Volcanion. We'll see if this works out for my opponent, though. Again, it's either going to be Volcanion or it's going to be like a Stage 1 Fire deck, which I'm having a feeling it's more of a Stage 1 Fire deck, because, I mean, again, Vaporeon is literally useless in Volcanion. So, yeah. But yeah, man, I can't wait for Guardians Rising. So many good deck ideas to come out of that. Guardians Rising is going to be insane. Obviously, Trevenant, Garbodor, stuff like that, they're going to be pretty powerful. I do want to try out Tapu Koko. I might even make, like, a Guardians Rising deck before Guardians Rising comes out. We'll see. But here we go. We do get to draw an extra card. I'm probably going to end here. There's no way I'm going to Sycamore away my Super Rod. So I think we're safe to end. But we do... Okay, we get an Ultra Ball top deck. So I think we'll play this. We can probably dump Kukui. I don't really see myself using that right now. We can get rid of Rope, too. I don't really think I'm going to need the Rope in this matchup. And I think we'll grab the Remoraid. You know, it wouldn't hurt me to get an Octillery down. I think, yeah, we gotta end here. I don't really want to get rid of my Poliwhirl and a Super Rod. That's getting rid of some pretty important resources, so I think end's the best play here. Okay, we actually got a pretty interesting hand. We got Octillery. I guess we attach a water and pass. Not much else we can do. Next turn, if we find Rare Candy, which we can easily do off of either a top deck or Octillery, we can probably get a Poliwrath down and we win the game. But again, this is probably a Fire deck, so he's probably going to get some Pokemon down. It depends on what kind of Fire deck this is, right? I guess we'll see, though. But yeah, if, you know, he doesn't play anything down, we can just hit him. Water Gun does 30, so Staryu would actually survive. But we see a Volcanion, so I mean, it's either Volcanion EX or it's something. We see a Max Elixir. It doesn't really reveal if my opponent is playing a Volcanion deck or not. Like, Volcanion can be used on any fire deck, right? So it's got to be a Stage 1 fire deck, because he has the Vaporeon. I don't really see how Vaporeon would fit a Volcanion. There's Ultra Ball, so maybe we'll actually see what kind of deck this is. Is it going to be Volcanion, or is it going to be like a Stage 1 fire deck? Let's find out, folks, what it's going to be. So, the Ultra Ball is searching. He gets rid of a Jolteon, so okay, that's definitely a Stage 1 fire deck, because Jolteon isn't really used in Volcanion. Because, I mean, that makes no sense, right? Volcanion's a basic. Unless, like, he's implying on attacking with Starmie. But I doubt he runs Water Energy, so it's gotta be Stage 1. But he grabs a Hoopa, so is it Volcanion? Unless you run Hoopa to grab Shaymin. We'll see. Is it gonna be Volcanion or not? I'm kind of confused right now. I'm kind of, like, stuck. It's like, is it Volcanion? Is it Stage 1 Fire deck? Who knows? It is Volcanion. He has Flareon. I guess why he has those, maybe he thinks Flareon EX counts as a Stage 1, because it's a Stage 1 Pokemon in the form of an EX, but it's not, so the joke's on him. Yeah, it's kind of weird that he has those, but we just see a pass, so my opponent wasn't able to retreat. We do try to get Dive Ball, so here's the thing. I can definitely get down a Poliwhirl, and the next turn we can get the Poliwrath down. I think that might be the better play here. Like, Octillery for 2... won't really be too good in my opinion to get a rare candy. I don't really feel like I'll get it. So I think I'm going to go for this Poliwhirl play. Because at least, I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to need a switching card and a fire to knock me out. Which, I mean, I might have to retreat. I think I may retreat, to be honest with you. I could attach the DC now and then retreat into Octillery. I think I'll do that. Yeah, we'll put a DC down and we'll go for the Abyssal Hand for 2. And we'll see if we can find anything. We got an N. There's no way I'm ending him when he only has 1 card in his hand. I think I retreat. I don't know, like, I don't want to walk into Volcanion, you know, like an Olympia Floatstone and then a fire knock me out. That would set me back a bit, so I think I'll just retreat. And then next turn, we can just retreat the Octillery, Water Energy, the Poliwhirl, and evolve into Poliwrath, and then take a knockout. Or maybe we can hit an N, but he actually does end me. So he had an N, either he top decked that or that was in his hand. Either way, we are going to get a new hand here. And, I mean, I do want to get a Spinarak down, too. We actually get Rare Candy Poliwrath the wrong time. If we get a top deck Poliwrath, we can get 2 Poliwraths down this turn, which would be pretty awesome. I do want to get an Ariados down, because, again, that's the only way we're going to one-shot the Flareon and also the Volcanions efficiently. So I really do need to get an Ariados soon. So hopefully we can find that very shortly. So here we go. We'll see if my opponent is going to do much else. Can he retreat and take a knockout? That would be devastating. We are going to lose our Octillery, possibly. But I had to bring it up because the only thing that had a Floatstone. I couldn't really risk digging for a Floatstone for my Poliwag. I don't think that would have worked out as well. So he belts it, but does he have a Float and a Fire to take a knockout? If he does, it won't set us back too much. He has a Fire, but that's not going to let him take a knockout unless he does double Steam Up. I think that takes knockout. Because, yeah, he's already doing the 30 with the belt. But no, just a Power Wave for 30. So, we could have been knocked out if he had 2 Fire Energies in his hand. Because all he needed to do was double Steam Up. We would have been knocked out. But it looks like my opponent doesn't. We just see 1 energy because he only had 1 as discard. So, we get an Ariados top deck. So, we unfortunately won't be able to get 2 Poliwhirls down. Or Poliwraths. What am I saying? Now, the belt actually does save him here, which is a little unfortunate. The belt does save him. I could Lysander out of Volcanion. But I think we could take a knockout here. I'm fine with that. If we get this out of the way, he's going to have no energy on board. He's going to have to be forced to build up the thing a little bit, you know, he's going to be forced to build up that Flareon a little trickier. We do get a Spinarak, which is really, really good. This will allow us to get the Ariados going. So I like that play because this way he won't be able to power up his Flareon quick enough. Unless like he does like double max elixir, but he can't do Flash Fire more than once a turn. So I think we're safe this turn. I don't see how his Flareon could attack me. Plus, I don't think it could knock me out either. He'd have to get a lot of energy to do that. He'd have to get Steam Ups. But he brings up the Hoopa. We see the energy retrieval here. And he's getting the 2 energies. He can put 1 down, but we actually will knock it out next turn because we have the Ariados down. This is where Poliwrath comes in handy. When you can get these knockouts, but no an N. Well, that could hurt us. If we don't get the Ariados and the Lysander, that Flareon could become a bit of a threat. Especially if we can't get a Poliwrath down quick enough. Okay, we do find the Ariados, but we unfortunately do not find the Lysander. Now, the question is can he retreat this Hoopa? Because I can honestly just go for Split Spiral Punch on the Hoopa, and then finish it off next turn if he can't retreat it. Or just put 30 damage on it so that we can knock it out down the road with the 160 with the Ariados Poliwrath play. So, I mean, if we get Lysander, we take a knockout on this Flareon. If not, we might just have to attack him. Oh, we get the rare candy. We can put down Tauros, which isn't bad either in this matchup if you can't knock it out quickly enough with the Steam Up. So we'll draw one card, and it's a Sycamore. So unfortunately, we didn't have Lysander. The question is, do I go for the Sika play or the N? I think I'm going to Sycamore. You know, we're going to lose 2 of our rare candies, but we have 2 left. So I think the Sycamore is better. I need to get digging, right? He only has 2 cards and would kind of be a little suicidal. We do have the double Lysander play, though, so we will be able to Lysander him next turn and take a knockout. So I think we go Split Spiral Punch here and confuse him. And if he ends us, then we'll just Wake Up Slap a knockout. Or if he doesn't end us, we'll just go knock out the Flareon on the bench. So I think I'll go Split Spiral Punch, because this way we get damage on it, so that when we Ariados him down the road, we'll be able to take a knockout with the 160, because he already had 30 on him. So I think that'd be the better play. The Belt and the Fires and the Steam Ups, he would easily take a knockout here. 150 HP won't save us. So I think we definitely have to do the Split Spiral Punch play. I can't really Poison Sense. I don't really put damage on me either. So I think, yeah, we go Split Spiral Punch. Yeah, we'll go, we could Wake Up Slap. But I think Split Spiral Punch is better, because if he ends me again or something and we don't get Lysander, at least we'll be able to take a knockout on Hoopa. He obviously will probably be able to retreat it. He needs either a Float Stone, a Switch, Olympia, or Escape Rope. One of those could be devastating. Now, if he doesn't switch, we will knock out his Flareon, remove a huge threat from the board. My opponent will have to manually build up, but we have another Lysander, just keep knocking out Volcanion. So, I think I'm in a really dominant position if I can knock out the Flareon. If I can knock out the Flareon next turn, I think we're going to be in a bit of a pickle. But if we can, oh, but just a pass. Oh, we got it. We got the knockout. So we can do this. We'll Lysander that Flareon. We will get a knockout, and my opponent will be set back completely. We will be in a very powerful position. Here we go. Now, we can't get another Poliwrath down this turn, unfortunately. Well, we could go Abyssal Hand for 1. If we hit a Poliwrath or a Rare Candy, sorry, or Poliwhirl, that could be huge. But no, we just nothing. So I guess we can take a knockout here. My dog is barking. I'm trying to, talk over her. But we take a knockout on this Flareon, and boom. Now what is my opponent going to be able to do? He's going to have to set up slowly, but he concedes the game. Seeing the writing on the wall, pretty sick. But yeah, I'll see you guys in another match, I guess, with the deck in just a sec. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go find another game with our Poliwrath deck. It depends on how long the game will be. Probably end off the video. Hopefully we find another Volcanion match. Oh, a grass deck. If it's the Decidueye Plume, this is going to be pretty bad, because obviously the Decidueye Plume, it's a pretty bad matchup. We do win the coin flip, though, which is good. But no, my opponent just immediately concedes. And we get an Evolutions pack. Nice. Okay, yeah, it is the Decidueye Plume. I don't know why he conceded, though. I mean, sure, free win. Maybe he's just trying to grind the ladder, get this end. I mean, there's only 5 days left, right? So, possibly. I doubt I'll be able to get the end myself, guys. Unfortunately, I don't see myself. Even with the fact that we're playing a ton on the weekend, I still. Ooh, a Volcanion. This has to be Volcanion. This is good. We got another Volcanion matchup, which is what we want when we are playing the Poliwrath budget deck. So this is good. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a bummer. But again, we are playing against a very good matchup here. So this is good. Will it go like the last game? Let's find out. So, it doesn't look like it's going to be that way. We get a pretty bad hand. I mean, we get the Remoraid start. Cool. Our hand's pretty bad. Maybe Lysander can buy us some time, because Volcanion has a big retreat cost. So if he doesn't float stone or switch it, we can maybe buy some time. Unless he wants to end us. Maybe this dude will be like, yo, dude, I heard your hand sucked. Let's end you. So, yeah, it is going to be Volcanion. So he plays 2. He puts a float on. If he has a second one, that's bad. Belt and a Fire. Will he play another one? Nothing. He didn't even enter anything, so he didn't play Supporter. We top deck Poliwrath. I think the play here is to Lysander the Volcanion. I think we're going to have to do that, guys. Now, one thing we do have is teammates in our hand. So, if we can get a Pokemon down, we'll have the teammates. We have the Poliwrath, so maybe we can Rare Candy into Poliwrath. So, it ain't over yet, folks, but it looks to be over, just judging from the fact that his Poliwrath is kind of wrecking me right now. Or his Volcanion, sorry, is kind of wrecking me. We see a Fire. Does he have a few Steam Ups, a Retreat, or anything? But no, a pass. Oh, we popped up Poliwag. Still not great, we're still kind of dead drawing here. But if he takes out Remoraid, we'll have the teammates to do, like, Split Spiral Punch. Or maybe if we can get some energy going, or a Spinarak. I mean, our hand is set up to maybe take a knockout if he, doesn't have Fires. Depends if this dude has enough Fires to take a knockout. He needs 2 more. Is his last 2 cards in his hand going to be Fire or not? There's 1 Fire. The last card in his hand is either a Fire Energy or nothing. We get a Kukui so we can draw a few extra cards. Okay, we get a Float Stone. We go Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of Teammates. We have the VS Seeker in our hand. I guess we'll get rid of Ariados. I mean, we could have got rid of Escape Rope too. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. We'll grab the Octillery though, nonetheless. Draw an extra card. I mean, we need to get some energy going, right? I need to find like an energy. So I think we can grab the Poliwrath, or not the Poliwrath, the Octillery. We'll float it, and I guess we'll go Abyssal Hand for 1. We could Lysander the other Volcanion too, I guess. But if he doesn't have an energy, this thing's gonna be stuck in the active for a bit. So, ooh, Sycamore. Thing is, I don't really want to play it though. We can't do it anyways. Obviously, we've done the Kukui. But that's good. At least we have a draw supporter out of the teammates we'll play next turn. So I think we'll pass the turn for now. Does he have a fire? If he has a fire, oh, and he does. Alright, so my Octillery will go down to the Volcanic Heat. His hand's still dead, plus, you know, that was his attack, so he can't Volcanic Heat next turn. So that's good. So I think we go teammates, we grab a rare candy and water, or we can tie deck rare candy, even better. So I think we go teammates for a water energy, and maybe, I don't know what else to grab. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll go teammates, definitely. And we can at least split spiral punch him. He probably will retreat to the other Volcanion, but that's fine. We can grab another Remoraid, I guess. Sure. I mean, the Octillery is still really good. I think we'll grab another Remoraid and a water. I mean, that seems fine by me. We can water the active, and we can hit him for 60. He probably will do the retreat, but at least this way, you know, it gets all this energy he had on the board. So his threat's going to be a little less threatening, you know what I mean? So we can hit him for 60. If we top deck DCE, we could knock out his baby Volcanion with a Professor Kukui, so that option is also available. We see a Trainer's Mail for Professor's Letter. My opponent will be able to do, you know, 90 damage or something like that with the baby Volcanion, because, you know, the double steam up will do the 60, the belt will do 90. So he can hit me for 90 here. So he's going to be putting a lot of damage on us. So we either got to take a knockout or get lucky with the split spiral punch and hope he doesn't, you know, hurts himself in confusion. So that's kind of going to be the best play we got, guys. So there is the double steam up. He's going to do 90 damage. So we're going to get hit pretty hard. We're obviously going to get two-shotted. But he actually ends me too. That's fine. I mean, yeah, we can kind of lose our second more. We see an end though. Can we get another good hand? If we can get rare candy top deck. Well, not even that. I kind of want Octillery now. Oh, there's a Volcanion and a Steam Up. He's going to do 120. If he had one more Volcanion and a Fire Energy, he actually would have taken a knockout. That would have been just devastating. I don't even know if we could have recovered from that. Still, the 120 is pretty powerful. All he needs is one more Power Heater to knock me out with a Steam Up. So that is pretty threatening nonetheless. We do get rare candy top deck. Now, he only has 2 cards in his hand. So if we end him here, right, if we end him, we're giving him a new hand. If we hold on for another turn, like, I don't think we can knock him out this turn. So I think we're fine just hitting him here. I don't want to give him a new hand. He only has 2 cards in his hand, right? His hand could be dead, and then maybe we can start doing stuff. Plus, if he gets tails on this confusion, we will actually be pretty decent. So I think, you know, we can hit him. Next turn, we'll get another Poliwrath down. They are very important to get Poliwrath down. We did whiff energy. We didn't get energy down, which kind of stinks. We see a Fisherman. So my opponent could be going for like another big steam up play here. He's probably like, I'll do enough steam ups, I'll take a knockout on your Poliwrath, wing wham woom. But we'll see, can he pull it off? Can he get the heads on the coin flip? If he does, yeah, we're gonna get knocked out. We'll be able to get another Poliwrath down. If he gets tails, this will give us another turn to kind of do our own thing. And I might have to end him too. Like, we're gonna need to start doing stuff unless we get like Octillery top deck. Octillery would be really nice. Nope, another candy. So yeah, we're gonna have to do end, guys. I think the end is going to be inendable. We're gonna have to do it. We gotta find more energy. We gotta get like a Spinarak down. We gotta get Octillery. So we'll go end here. We do find the Spinarak and the Octillery, which is sweet. So yeah, I think we could play down the Spinarak, put Octillery down. We will Abyssal Hand for 1. We could rope, but I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, even if we got DCE, you know, I still want to do it on the bench. But we get another Spinarak. I mean, we can use that for bait, I guess. We didn't find energy, so we're kind of stuck here. We'll see if he goes for an attack. If he tries to attack me, he'll get knocked out. Or if he has an energy, he retreats. But the thing is nothing really has anything that could be powered up. So my opponent will either go for the Confusion Flip, or maybe he'll find a switching card. There's a Float Stone. He can't put that on his active, though. Oh, Olympia. So he had the Olympia. So he will, unfortunately, be able to switch into Volcanion. Now, he will knock me out here with Power Heater. It's kind of inedible. He will get a knockout with Power Heater. So our Poliwrath will go down. The Olympia, I mean, we kind of had to do end, right? We kind of need to start getting more things. So I think that was fine, I guess. But we'll be able to... Man, we can't even knock him out. Oh no, we can. We're doing 6. Never mind. DCE. That would have been nice last turn. It looks like we actually would have had the DC off that escape rope play after all. But we can do teammates, which I think is the best play we can do here. We'll do teammates, and we will grab ourselves a Poliwag, and I think a Water Energy. That seems fine by me. Now, here's the thing. We could retreat into the Spinarak and then Lysander next turn, which might actually be pretty decent. We'll go Abyssal Hand for 1. Rare Candy, so if we find another Poliwrath, we will be able to get another one down. But I think we'll take a knockout. I'm fine with that. We can force my opponent to kind of have to have an energy. Or, yeah, 1 energy knock me out. Could be possible, but I think we gotta start taking knockouts, guys. My opponent has already had 4 prizes. Like, even if we fell behind 3 prizes, we'd be okay. But I think the best play here is to do that. Plus, if we get an experience share down the road, right, we will have experience share to help us. But it looks like my opponent will be able to take a knockout here. All he has to do is grab Fisherman, and he will unfortunately knock out my poor old Poliwrath. It's rip. It is rip. Poliwrath, you put in work. You took 1 prize. Now, the thing is can we respond with a knockout of our own? I might just have to sit behind a Spinarak here. I think that's honestly the play we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do it. I took a risk and hopefully didn't have a fire in play, but it didn't pay off. So we are going to get knocked out here, guys. We are going to get knocked out. And we're probably just going to have to sit behind a Spinarak and just hope for the best. Can we find a Poliwrath, though? Ultra Ball, that is a Poliwrath. That is good. We will Ultra Ball, get rid of Lysander and Escape Rope. I don't really think I'll need those right now. And we can grab ourselves a Poliwrath. Now, even with 1 Poliwrath down, he still has the double Volcanions, which is still kind of threatening. So, again, all he needs is 1 Steam Up. 1 Steam Up, and we are going to lose our Poliwrath. So it will come down to if he has a fire in his hand or not, I think. So we can Abyssal Hand for 3. Ooh, we do find a Poliwag, which is good. We can also do Super Rod and get back a few stuff. So I think we can definitely go Super Rod. What do I get back? I think we get back Ariados, Water, and Poliwrath. I think that's fine, yeah, because we do need to get an Ariados down, right? So, I think we'll get back those 3, and we will end him to 3. Hopefully this 3 hand slows him down a little bit. Ooh, we get another Poliwrath. So if we do manage to get a Poliwhirl or something next turn, or a Rare Candy, we will get another Poliwrath down. I do want to find that experience share. Hopefully it's in the deck. I mean, we are low on cards. We got like, what, 18 cards left, so hopefully we can pull it off. That end of 3 hopefully slowed him down just a little bit. He can knock out my Spinarak with either the Baby Volcanion or the normal Volcanion, but if he does that, we will do Lysander. So, we'll see if he does that or not. I kind of do want him to knock me out with the Baby Volcanion, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Even if he doesn't, it's fine. We see the energy retrieval, so he will be able to take a knockout. The energy retrieval does give him the energy. We do see a retreat. He can hit me here. He will take a knockout. Ooh, via Seeker. He doesn't have Lysander, though, in his discard, thankfully. If he did, that could have been pretty devastating, because he would have probably have knocked me out with the Volcanic Key. Even if he took out Octillery, that'd be pretty devastating, too. So, yeah, thankfully, he doesn't have a Lysander. He goes Olympia, though, which is interesting. We'll see what he Olympia's for. Now, I really want to get an Ariados. If we can find an Ariados, we can Lysander knock out Volcanion. If not, this is going to be a little awkward, but he will take a knockout. Now, can we find a way to get Ariados in play? If we don't, we won't be able to knock out that Volcanion on the bench. Sycamore, okay, and it's not really a good top deck, though. So, here's the thing. Okay, we got via Seeker. Oh, whoops, I just hit my laptop. We got via Seeker. We can Lysander, knock out the Volcanion with damage on it. It's kind of tricky, guys. It's kind of tricky, I'm not gonna lie. We could do Kukui too, or teammates. We could actually do teammates. I think, yeah, maybe teammates here. I don't know. I really want to get Lysander, but teammates. I think we go teammates here, guys. We can go teammates, grab ourselves Ariados. Yeah, teammates is fine. We can get another Poliwrath down, and we can get the experience share too, which I think is more crucial at this point in time, guys. I think that might be more crucial, so yeah, let's grab the teammates, sure. So, I think we do need to find the experience share. We can grab Poliwhirl, and we can grab ourselves the Ariados. I mean, maybe we could have grabbed the experience share, I guess, sure. We can put down the Ariados, and we can do Abyssal Hand here for 1 card. What's it gonna be? Oh, the experience share, so that did actually pay off. I went for the risk. I mean, we've been taking pretty big risks this game. And the risks, I mean, they've kind of been paying off. We're still really far behind in prizes, but if we can make a comeback, we could see ourselves winning the game. So, I guess we take a knockout here. Again, if he has a fire, it's rip, but if not, we do have the Poliwrath ready to go for next turn to attack, unless he ends me or something. So we'll go Wake Up Slap. It'll all come down to like if like we end him to 1 and he doesn't get a fire. So I think we'll go that route. Again, we're really far behind. We got to start doing a bit riskier plays, guys, to win this game. So I'm fine with doing that play. Again, it's risky, but if it pays off, if the payoff work, then we will maybe win the game. Because we can knock out his Volcanion next turn, thanks to Experience Share, which is good. We see a Super Rod. Thing is does he have a fire? If he doesn't have a fire, if we survive the turn, wow, he's got Quad. Oh no, he got the Sika. So we do see that Sycamore. If he hits a fire, which is most likely going to happen, guys, Poliwrath will go down, and it's going to be down to if we can get an N top deck. N is all we need to win the game. Because, well, not win. Again, it's a risky play. I think we got to go the risky route, guys. We need to hit an N here. If we don't hit an N off this top deck, guys, or maybe if he doesn't have a fire, we're going to lose the game. So we conserve the energy. We can knock him out here, but again, if we don't have the N, it's over. We got to either get Via Seeker or an N top deck. We didn't get the end, guys. But we can Abyssal Hand for 1. If that one card does not end, yeah, it's bad. Because he probably has a fire in his hand to win the game. If not, we probably can win the game ourselves. So, yeah, we gotta go Sika. The Abyssal Hand did not pay off, guys. I think we gotta go Sycamore. There's Via Seeker, guys. But we wouldn't have gotten anyways off the Abyssal Hand from the looks of it. Level Ball, no Pokemon left. So, here we go, guys. It's all down to the wire. If he has a fire, we lose the game. So let's take a knockout. If he has fire, we lose the game. If not, I think we Lysander out his Volcanion and win the game. So it's all down to this turn. If this dude has an energy, we actually lose. But if he doesn't have an energy, I think we win the game. It's a very, very close match. We came very close to winning this game. We took quite a big comeback this game. It's basically all down to if this dude has a knockout or not. So we'll see. Does he have fire energy? A Nest Ball. So maybe he doesn't have it. He's grabbing a baby Volcanion. He might just retreat into that. He might not have the energy, guys. He may not have the energy. Does he have? Because why would he do that unless he's slow rolling me? Oh, Via Seeker. He can grab Fisherman. He did have the win. I think we just concede though, guys. I'm fine with that. We'll concede the game. It's all fine and good and dandy, guys. I mean, yeah. It just saves us time, right? It saves us time. I'm fine with just going concede. He had the win. There's no point. He already slow rolled me with playing that Nest Ball, which he didn't need to do. So we'll concede, move on from there, keep going for games. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Let me know if you guys like this new style. Personally, I like it quite a bit. Without the face cam and stuff like that. I'll still keep the Pokemon in the top left corner. I still like doing that. I still think it's kind of unique because really no other Pokemon tuber does that for TCG. So thank you guys for watching. Help me on the road to 2,000 subs. The support you guys have been giving me recently has been amazing. Hype for Guardians Rising. I'll probably do a video on the weekend. Definitely probably will happen for this double ladder thing. So thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys on another Ptcgo video. Peace out and have a good day.